But in the meantime, in between time, we always promise to give you stories, insights, things that will make you feel, I need this, so I want to go for this. And that's the story that we are going right now, all the way to New Jersey to meet mother and a daughter who are conquering of other lands. And when they talk about conquering, it's even better when you conquer it with a beautiful face. But these beautiful faces that I'm seeing on our TV screens right now, I don't know mom ni nani, daughter ni nani, blessings ziko kila pahali kwa hii familia. Aya, Idah, utanielezea nani ndio nani? Idah ni nani? Ako kwa left ama ako kwa right?
Right here, I'm Idah.
Hey Idah, how are you? Please introduce yourself, introduce your mom, tell us what you've been up to today and where you are in the world.
All right. My name is Idah Wangoi. I'm the daughter, and this is my mom. Your name?
Masik Elizabeth.
Yes. And we're all the way in New Jersey in the United States of America.
Oh, that's amazing. Tell me what you guys do for fun. Idah, what do you do for fun? Mom, what do you do for fun when things are not that serious, especially in New Jersey or in America? What do you guys do for fun?
I like to travel, so I'll travel like within the United States. So that's something I enjoy doing. We're also very close to Philadelphia, which is the major city close to us. So I like going there and having a nice night out. Yeah.
Mama, what is a good night or what is a good time for you, especially the weekends when you don't have to worry about being an adult?
I also like to travel. And the only place that I like to travel is Kenya.
That's good.
Yeah, I go back and forth to Kenya. I like going out. I like dancing.
Ah, that's amazing. I love
And
that.
I like going out to eat.
And when we're talking about eating, Kenyan foods, I'm sure when you're out there in New Jersey, I'm sure you miss some ugali, some chapati. Is there any instances, holidays, special occasions when the Kenyan menu is there in full effect?
We actually have like a Kenyan restaurant. It's called Swahili Village, about 1.5 hours away. So if you're craving some Kenyan food, you can always go there. It's in Newark, New Jersey.
Okay. So there are some...
And I also cook. And I also cook at home.
Yes, of course, ma'am. We know. Outside and also inside. That's amazing.
I bring vegetable from Kenya, to America to cook for them.
I'm sure they enjoy it even more when you're there making them those Kenyan dishes and giving them a taste of home away from home. So I just like to of course talk to both of you about the journey kutoka Kenya kuingia majuu, because I'm sure as guys are watching you right now they're like, we pia si tunataka hii life, tujui ni maji, tujui ni nini, but we would love to know that diaspora story. So Idah, I don't know if you'd like to take it away or you'd like mom to say it, but give us that diaspora journey. How was it? Was it an easy journey leaving your peoples here, relocating? Talk to us about that.
So I moved here 10 years ago. It definitely wasn't easy, but because my mom was here, it made it, a little easier. But of course, you're missing, your friends and family back home. But it wasn't the worst, honestly. I think having my mom here helped a lot since she came here before me. So having her here was good.
And also, did you, as you were there trying to integrate, was she showing you a few things, teaching you a few things about there because she had been there earlier? Or was it something that you wanted to learn on your own and make your mistakes and come back from them? Talk to us about that integration into especially the American culture.
I mean, after the first 2 months, she was like my best friend. And then once I knew the ropes, I was like, all right, I'm out. And then after then, I just started to learn everything by myself. I think maybe 4 months after I moved here, I went to college and it was about 2 hours away from home. So when I went to school, I kind of had to learn everything for myself.
Mama, and I'm sure as your daughter is there, as a parent, I'm sure there was some things that you were worried about, or there were some things that you wanted your daughter to know since you had been there before her. Were there some things that you told her to look out for? Were there some things that you gave her some few tricks, hacks, just so that she can acclimatize well, especially during those first 2, 4, 6 months as she was getting herself integrated into the American culture?
Yeah, yes, I did. Being the OG, I made a few mistakes here and there. and I didn't want them to make the mistake that I did. Like when I started working, I bought a new car because here in America you can go to a dealer and come out with a new car, like you're going to buy a bread or milk. So I didn't want them to buy new car and spoil their credit. Those were the things that I was talking about, and tell her to choose her friends wisely, especially when she was alone in college. Yeah.
Yeah, I can definitely tell. And also as you're seeing her grow, integrate herself into all this American kind of lifestyle and culture, what were some of the things that you are telling her to hold on to, especially values and things, especially from back home? Because there are ways that we do things back home here that are a bit different in America.
Go to school. I always tell them to go back to school, and she did. She listened to me, and she did, because she even did her master's. Now she's going back to do her doctor.
Hey,
Yeah. Those were the things that I was telling
You
her
were
to
telling
do.
her. And
Yes.
she listened, and here's where she is at. Idah, so you're in school learning. Of course, you're meeting people from different cultures, different walks of life. Are they asking you where you're from? Are they noticing your accent? Are they seeing how you look? You look a bit different. And what are some of the things that you were telling them, especially about Kenya? What are the things you were telling them about Nairobi? And of course, tell us about some culture shock moments that you had.
Yes, as soon as you say anything, everyone is asking you where you're from. So I used to say I'm from Kenya, and a lot of the times people like will relate Kenya to like running and marathon. So you have to like step away from that and introduce other things that Kenya is known for. So putting out like the tourism, putting out like, you know, the coast, the food, the culture. So there was a lot of like explaining other than what we're known for, which is like the runners. What was there? The culture
Culture
shock.
shock, yes.
I think it's just like small different things like the weather, you know, snow, the time difference. We do have like daylight saving when in the winter we go back an hour. So that was like a culture shock. I think the food as well, everything like had cheese, a lot of butter. So that was like a big culture shock. I would say
I can
that, yeah.
imagine. So now let's move away from culture shock, because something else that we love about our family from diaspora is the fact that they always take their time to invest back home, to make sure as they are working, they are putting something aside, saving and hustling for, you know, a better retirement or a better chill time later on, after all the hype of youthhood is done. Talk to us about investing back home, because we know coming back home is an important thing, but I'm sure also putting your money into things back home, generating income back home. Talk to us a bit about that.
Go ahead.
You go.
I think I think mom was the first person, like between us, she was the first person to invest back home with niche salon and barber shop. And I think after seeing this, you know, how it succeeded, um, I was interested and, you know, introduced the idea of like bridging the gap of introducing some of the things that the, you know, customers were asking, which is like a spine sauna. So I did, you know, suggest investing in that. So I think after maybe a year or so, we did work on investing on the spine sauna, which is still holds the same name, which is Niche Spine Sauna, right next to Niche Salon and Barber Shop.
Yes, I remember I interviewed your mom when she was in the country at that particular establishment, and I saw all the investments, and they're making sense. As you said, catering to each client in that niche kind of way was important to both of you. Mama, what are some of the things and what were some of the channels that you were guiding your daughter, especially as she said, you're the OG, you are the first one to invest. What were some of the things that you were telling her, okay, this is how Kenya looks like, this is what we should do, this is how we should do it, and how did it all come together?
So my daughter came to US when she was an adult. So she still loved Kenya and she want to go back to Kenya. And so my job is to push her to invest here in America and to invest in Kenya. I don't want her to invest in stupid things like buying a new car, buying things that don't appreciate in value. So I talk to them every day, and I tell them about Kenya because they love Kenya. They came here when they were adult. I tell them how to invest in Kenya, and the opportunity came because there was a demand for sauna and the supply was low. So I talked to her, and she really wanted to invest with steam and sauna together, where we do steam, sauna, massage, and body scrub. We are also doing selling product from US because at Niche we use product from America, and our client want to buy some of the stuff that we use. So we are also doing that together with my daughter.
Okay, I love it. Hey, mother and daughter conquering the world one step at a time. Those are the kinds of stories we love. So thank you very much for giving us a brief into that. And Idah, talk to us also about, apart from investing, there are things that you personally are championing, be it mental health, be it you yourself and what you do. Talk to us a bit about some of the things that you champion.
Yeah, so professionally, I'm a mental health practitioner. So I do work with, I work in an outpatient setting, working with people who have, various mental health diagnoses. Very big on mental health, making, whether it's like, working individually with people, bringing awareness. And that's one of my goals, other than investing in like the beauty industry. I plan on like, in the future, maybe opening my own practice back home. So that's something I'm, continuously working on.
Ah, that's amazing. Thank you very much, because mental health is as important as any other health. Physical, as you're taking care of that, as you're taking care of your, any other health, mental is also important. So we are glad that you're championing that, and we definitely do appreciate you so much. Aya, Mom, please, you've encouraged your daughter to put, her money where her mouth is, invest, do amazing things. Now I want you to talk to the youth of Kenya, us who are watching. Please tell to us, encourage us, especially kuna pia wazazi wanakuwatch wanasema, hey, mom, yani you invested in your child. So please talk to 3 sets of people. I want you to talk to the children who, their parents need to invest in them, and also the parents, talk to them about the importance of investing. Alafu pia kuna diaspora, watu wanakuwatch ambao they need that, to be told something so that they come back home and put their money here.
Yes, I would like to tell them that they keep pushing. Don't be scared to start anything, because you never know. Keep working hard, be aggressive, and start something. Don't be scared to start anything. Yeah.
Okay, fine. We'll take that. And thank you very much. And before we leave you guys, of course, we have a tradition right here on Diaspora Connect where there are people who are there in the journey of you leaving Kenya. They're there talking to you from home, your relatives, your loved ones. This is that point where I would love for you to say hi to them, kuwatumia salams, and also those amazing people that you've met in New Jersey. Just give them all their salams and all their big ups.
You want to go first?
Go first.
Okay. Obviously, just like, shout out to our family back home, my grandma, my aunt, my cousins, my niece and nephew. Right here in New Jersey, I have like amazing friends. It's a lot of them. I can't even name them, but I know some of them is like Elvis, Peggy, Nicole, Marin, Kate. It's just a lot of them. I can't even name all of them, but I appreciate their support through and through. So yeah.
Thank you very much, Mama.
Yes, I also want to say hi to my mom, my sister Rusi Nyandaka, my sister Rosemary Gadigia, my whole family. I got engaged.
Wow, congratulations. Hey, wedding tonight, Tuna. Hey.
I got engaged.
Congratulations.
I also want to say hi to my fiance. He's not here. And my friends in New Jersey, Kenya. Yeah.
Hey, okay.
And my staff. And my staff.
And your staff.
And my customer. Yeah, I love my staff so much. I want to say hi to them.
Yeah, amazing stuff.
Teammate.
And
Teammate.
thank you very much for being here with us. We appreciate you. You are our family. Make sure you are telling people about us. Alafu pia ukiamua kutualika wedding, twasija sisi.
Karibu. Karibu. Karibu
Twasija,
sana.
hatuwezi kosa. Na pia tusalimie, pia tu yule, msalimie pia yule mwingine pia, ndo kila mtu akue sawa. So thank you very much. We appreciate you. That right there, amazing family. Elizabeth, Idah, all the way from New Jersey. And stories like that just warm your heart. Mother, daughter, investing in one another, believing in one another. Mapenzi na waeka pamoja manze. Maneno mazuri kutoka Diaspora. So we appreciate that.